the hell do you have on?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a capsule selection experience. Today we got one that's curated especially for those who know that scent is never just about fragrance. You know how I love to bring about these lists, these very curated lists that I talk about and they have established as part of my brand here on YouTube. The B.L.E.N.D series, the Crown series. This one here, this is a blend that is about energy and expression. And so for me, when it comes to the B.L.E.N.D series, we talk about business, leisure, evening elegance, night out, and daily fragrances that will really encapsulate a wardrobe for any individual male that has to go out into the world and penetrate and do things that are about affluence, things about influence, and things that are about fun and culture. And so let's talk about these 5 fragrances in the blend list that meet the function without the sacrificing of style. If this sounds like the type of content you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to The Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's wonderful experience. Today we're going to talk about the experience of having the blend list. This blend list today is about the late summer nights, the late summer days, the late summer of 2025. We're going to talk about business, leisure, evening elegant, night out, and daily fragrances that encapsulate a wardrobe as stated in the prologue. This is about a fun-loving list. This is something I'm going to keep very true to my nature of having great fragrances while still having some nice, inexpensive designer fragrances mixed into this list for fragrance that we can wear as men that go out into this world and bring a nuance and bring our personality forward that can have fun with those fragrances, as well as having something of a compliment magnet and a alluring fragrance for the night out and evening. So let's get right into it with the first fragrance on this list. The blend list is starting with the B for business. Let's talk about the scent from Mason Francis Kurkdjian. So gentlemen, ladies, first up on this list, I know I mentioned Mason Francis Kurkdjian as the business scent, but I want to do it a little different as I think about the partaking of what it is to have a scent. I'm going to switch up this magnitude just a little bit in the way I thought about it initially, because very much so I think that the scent of Vetiver Extrait from the house of Roja Parfums is one that is a most of all the commanding scent. So when we talk about this blend list, we talk about the what, the why, the when, and the where to wear something. And Vetiver is one of those very phenomenal, masculine, fresh, or even dark fragrances that come into your wardrobe and become an excellent wearing component in your wardrobe that very much so captures the functionality of a business scent. And so for me, a Vetiver fragrance that really does that well is Roja Parfums Extrait Parfum. Now this is one here, it is exactly like the actual one that's still on the market. This is a discontinued bottle, but it's exactly like the one that's on the market in the green bottle and the gold plaque bottles. Vetiver in that combination from Roja has not changed. This here is a classic gentleman's signature turned up with an exquisite precision. It is one that is phenomenally wearing because it has the slight smokiness of the green hop facets of Vetiver. It's crisp and it's layered with a lot of citruses and blonde woods that make a very gentle whisper on your skin. And then the most becoming part of this is this phenomenal wearing, soft, very luxurious smelling leather that is in this particular scent. Why you would wear this one, why I would think I will proponently put this as a business fragrance is because when you're conducting business and deals, you want to lead with a team. And when you're leading a team and you're walking around a boardroom and your scent is one that should suggest like a clarity, a confidence, and a control. And that's exactly what Roja Vetiver does. It does not shout. It's one that it resonates a personality of leadership. Where I would state wearing this, like I said, in business, you got corporate offices, power lunch, industry conferences. I would say anything from even going out to a respected dinner evening with someone. You have a certain amount of respect that you are earning without ever saying a word. And so what I would wear this with is something of a tailored navy or charcoal suit, polished shoes, some either it could be Blauchers or it can be Oxfords, and I would wear cufflinks mostly with this one. because it speaks, it whispers that declaration of confidence and business. Once again, this is the scent of Vetiver Extrait from Roja Parfums. It can also be a fun-loving white t-shirt style of fragrance. So if you want to wear this as a signature, there is componentry to this one that will very much so elevate that look. But as a polished business scent, I don't think you could look any further and do any better than the scent of Roja Parfums Vetiver Extrait. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the form and factor of what it is to have Aqua Vitae from Mason Francis Kurkdjian. This is the switch up that I thought about. Aqua Vitae is one of those solar floral fragrances that come in that you don't expect to enjoy. It's one, when I first got my nose on this, I'll say my experience with this one was one that was, oh, that's okay. I don't like it, or it's not something for me. The more I sampled the particular scent with the sample card I got from Francis Kurkdjian, it became more and more of a scent that I wanted to have in my collection. What this one is a luminous, sun-kissed type of fragrance with that Sicilian mandarin, tonka bean, and a playful, play-like, sunlit skin warmth for this one to be on the skin. It's leisure because it's one that has a breezy feel of effervescence and sun-soaked life living, as I must say. It's warm, it's smooth, and it's velvety and breezy. The why of what I would wear this is because if you were talking about a leisure scent, it's all about enjoying presence. And for me, you are your own enjoyment in a lot of times. And so when you're leisurely, you talk about bike riding, you talk about going up to Martha's Vineyard, you're talking about going to the Hamptons, you talk about going to Atlanta, being playful, being out and about, talking about going to Arizona, golfing. Things like that are leisure things for me. And I think that when you incorporate fragrances like this, they bring out an amount of scent that is meant for the golden hours of the day. And the bottle that you see here presented in front of you is one that is not about the most just abundant of performance, but it makes you hit a pause button when you smell it, because throughout the wearing, the evolution is one of the best, as I must say, because of that hedoin or hedion, the tonka bean, and the solar effect of the way it combines itself with a slight animalic amber effect. Is one that you have smelled in many different fragrances but never expect to smell it this bright or this sunny. And it brings about this very much so leisure affair. I would say the reason I brought up Arizona and golfing, because it very much so reminds me of a desert oasis while being somewhat of a resort style fragrance. And so where I will wear this one to, anywhere from brunches to golfing to museums, strolls, beachside cafes. That's the Martha's Vineyard, that's the Oak Bluffs. I would wear this with a perfect linen shirt, buttoned to the top, with a good conversation on my mind to go and speak to someone. This is the perfect scent for it. Like I said, even white to beige is the linen what I would wear with this. Loafers, no socks, of course, casual wristwatch, and that unbothered charm that I love to bring to my personality, because money can't buy that. That is distinctively a part of you and who you are. And a scent like this can really bring that about. So think about that in the way that it is that you have your charm, your charisma, because money can't buy that. That is a distinctively thing that is about you. Fragrance can enhance it, but it's distinctively you. Get your nose on Mason Francis Kurkdjian's Aqua Vitae, a very nicely done tonka bean heavy solar scent that you can wear in the just leisure days and leisure atmospheres of your life and have a great time wearing it. For my particular evening scent today, I did hint at this week how much I enjoy Attar form fragrances. And one of the Attars that I have in my collection that I really think is about a royal cloak depth of incense, oud, and aged woods is that of the scent of it's a floral frivolity of mystique and seduction. This one is Rose Aqor. And Rose Aqor is built around the rose, I believe the rose, sandalwood, and incense. I know on many of the actual databases it says rock rose, which is labdanum, but if you go directly to the website, they don't mention labdanum at all. It's strictly a beautiful rose attar fragrance built around, it smells of taif to me, and then they have the incense mid and then the sandalwood base, and it's just a phenomenal wearing scent. Because when you wear this one, the why of that one is because it demands intimacy intentionally, and this is an attar that doesn't project it loudly. It's one that sits very nice on the skin. It has some projection, but when you smell it close to the skin, when it's on you, when it's attractive and it catches the air, the people lean into you. And that's what you want for an evening fragrance. And you will wear this one, I would think, to a dinner party, a rooftop lounge, a gallery opening, a gallery showing, candlelit dinners, an evening meant to be remembered is basically what you would wear the scent of Rose Aqor for in the evening of the summer, the midsummer night, somewhere around that August, mid-August 15th type of weather, where it's nice during the daytime and it smells of just that summer humidity and warmth. It's about 90 degrees. But then immediately as it becomes cooler in the Midwest and the northeast of Michigan to the northeast of the United States, you get those 65-degree temperature evenings. And it is a perfect scent for this one. I would think that to wear this one and to make it functional for an evening, you could wear this one a dark formal wear with velvet texture suit, silk lined scarves, things like that. Whatever you would wear as something that feels decadent but without being loud. That's exactly why and what you would wear this particular scent for, and that's why it is the evening scent on this particular blend list. Get your nose on that. Rose Aqor is a very wonderful fragrance for men to wear a rose scent that this heavy in its base form and its mid form texture. It's a wonderful scent to behold. Get your nose on that. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the night out fragrance. When we talk about building a wardrobe, one of the most radiant feelings is to have a fun-loving fragrance, flirtatious fragrance that is just impeccably done. And this is one that I brought out maybe about the third or fourth time this particular summer to elevate what it is to show its presence on my channel. Kirke from the house of Tiziana Terenzi is one of those fruit-filled golden bombshells that radiates a flirtatious funness. It's layered with a lot of musk, a lot of passion fruit. Kirke, to me, is one of the bolder takes on a sensual and utterly unforgettable flirtatious fragrance for a gentleman in the age range of 25 to 45 years old. In that range, you can be, of course, a fun-loving 50, 55-year-old gentleman wearing this, because it's not something that is so much of that new age of super sweet, super fruity, feminine-leaning fragrances, which are impeccably done in a lot of ways, and there's always an occasion for those. But for us gentlemen who want to wear something that is seductively made, it's succulently made, and it smells of tropics, fruits, and musk, and it's very, very attractive to the ladies. One of those scents that I love in my collection is Kirke, because it does that with so many tricks. The why of what this is, because you have a nightlife in mind. You want to go on vacation and you want to smell of just succulently sweet and bold flirtatiousness. Like I stated, one of those scents is this, and it wins in that category because Kirke smells like a champagne spilled on cashmere in the evening time. It's just that fun loving. You have your arms in the air, the party is going, you're doing your two-step, and we are here and we're built for that. We love our white parties. We love our functioning evenings where we're going out and having soirees. So that fun, flirtatious feel wrapped in a luxurious chaos is what this one is. And I love it for that. And I would say where you would wear this one to is a luxury lounge. Also rooftop bars, nightclubs, or even wherever you would feel flirtatious and you are meant to show a flash of attention. And you want that experience to show. You want to wear something like Kirke. It's a very beautiful, beautiful scent that way. The thing that I would wear with this one is something of a summer jacket, a statement jacket, something with linen, colorful maybe, a nice salmon color, a nice yellow, a nice soft sky blue with some white trousers and a white shirt and some loafers. You will come out stepping in confidence and just enough mischief in your eyes to feel flirtatious, be flirtatious, attractive, and alluring with this particular scent. This has been Kirke as a night out fragrance. One of the best in my collection for doing so. Next up, gentlemen, one of the favorite fragrances in my collection that I've had for years now. It's one, I would say, not so much of a favorite as in I go to it often, but one of those scents that really calls to a hearkening for a daily fragrance or a gym fragrance or something to just grab and go. I love doing that with my designer fragrances because if I have on my mind something that just need to be out and about, I want to smell fresh, I want to smell clean, and I want to smell of a bit of an interest. One of the scents that I use is Dolce Gabbana Sun Edition. Now it's one of those fragrances that many men don't enjoy for some reason, but to me it has a certain amount of, like the Aqua Vitae, a certain amount of solarness while still creating this effect of masculine heritage type of scent. So it has, I would think, to me it smells somewhat of a seaweed and somewhat of a very high dose of the hedoin or hedion, I keep saying. To me, that's just one particular part of this one. It's very ozonic. It's solar. That's what this particular scent is. It's one like the scent of, what is it? The Bulgari Aqua Vitae or Aqua Amara. Aqua Amara, what that is. And that these type of scents, they have their place. And in a very hot, humid temperature, they come off blooming on the skin. And a daily scent for me to wear in that particular environment is one that is utterly built. This is summer laced. This is a version of a classic. This is a coconut. This is a grapefruit. This is an ozonic freshness that brings Mediterranean energy with your daily rounds of life living. I think this one can be worn by any gentleman between the ages of 16 to 60. It's one that's, of course, for me, a daily wear. It's not something I want to put my mind to just thinking about what it is I want to wear for that day. I have my shelf for that, for just pick up and goes. And this is one that's on there because it has this uplifting scent profile to it without being overwhelming. And then it has this sunshine type of manner to it, and so that brings about a very uplifting feeling for me. It's bright, it's likable, and it's slightly familiar because it does have the DNA of the Dolce Gabbana Light Blue, which is one of a sweet twist to that particular nuance, but it's still underlying in there. And so for me, I would wear this when I'm running errands, when I'm grabbing coffee, when I'm at the casual office day, Friday or something like that, or even when I'm meeting someone for an iced drink or a off coffee and just having a brunch day. And to me, that's just a proper wear for this particular scent. What I would wear with it is just something of a chino short or a chino pant, white sneakers, a polo shirt such as one that I have on. It's a very effortless, clean, and sun-drenched type of fragrance that just goes on perfect for a daily wear. This is the daily scent, and this is Dolce Gabbana Pour Homme Light Blue Sun. Get your nose on that one. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been my video for you guys today. I think that this is one of the best series that I have put forth. So I hope that you guys, if you like this type of series, you want to know about the blend series, I have a category, a list. This has to be like the 8th or 9th blend I put together. Very fun videos for me to have. I hope that you guys are enjoying these because they're one of my favorite to make. And I want to say this, ladies and gentlemen, you always remember that scent is memory, collecting is legacy, and community is culture. We here are building one of the very best cultures. And if you feel the same way, to hit the like button to help me with the algorithm, subscribe to the channel to help me with the algorithm, and continue to make this channel grow. I appreciate you doing so, because we are the culture. This is what we're building here, something of a phenomenal set of fragrance content, wine content, and cigar content. So let me know how you like a blend list. How was this one for you? Was it something that connected and resonated with you? I hope that it did, because these are some of the fragrances I'll be taking with me to the actual African American Film Fest in Martha's Vineyard this particular August. So these are just fun fragrances for me to have for that type of event. So you guys, you have a blessed day. I'll talk to you in the next video, and until then, just peace. Have a good one.